So Angus and I are just here to fill you guys in on a little rebranding. So for those of you who don't know, this isn't the first time that I've rebranded, which is weird for a channel that's only 2 years old. But I started my channel in summer of 2022, and I was just the non-traditional Catholic. I want to do something like the non-traditional ex-Catholic because that would have been more accurate. But I went with the non-traditional Catholic because non-traditional ex-Catholic just felt like too long. But then people pointed out to me that that's pretty like what if you're still a Catholic and you're just a non-traditional one? So you're a Novus Ordo Catholic. Yeah, fine enough point. Even if I am technically a Catholic because of the indelible mark on my soul and all that, I'm not practicing. I don't want to fool people. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. So I should change my name, right? So I think it was the fall of 2022. Just a few months after I started my channel, I changed my name from the non-traditional Catholic to Kevin Non-Tradicath. I didn't know how to change the @ in my channel, so I was still at non-traditional Catholic. I was just called Kevin Non-Tradicath up until today. But today I was hanging out in a live stream watching my friend Dale from Real Seekers do a debate about transubstantiation over on Reason and Theology, and Michael Lofton was saying to me that he thinks that non-Tradicath is maybe a little bit misleading as well, because people might see non-Tradicath and then assume that I am Catholic, just not traditionalist. That's never my goal. My goal is not to fool people. I don't want people to think that I'm something that I'm not. So I thought for about 60 seconds about what I want my new channel name to be. And I'm going with Kevin of Alexandria after Origin of Alexandria. Origin of Alexandria, for those of you who don't know, is an early Christian presbyter and writer. And he kind of had proto-universalist leanings and stuff like that. He wound up getting anathematized. I believe that it was believed for a long time that it was the Second Council of Constantinople that anathematized him, but a recent scholarship makes us think that those were actually later editions and those weren't part of it. It doesn't matter. He's broadly considered a heretic. The Catholic Church never canonized him. And I don't know, I just kind of felt like a little kinship for Origin because I thought he was a cool dude. And he was never canonized, so if I kind of name my channel Kevin of Alexandria, I'm not insulting a Catholic saint or anything like that. So I felt like that was a safe channel name. I kind of just like the way it sounds too. So that's the reason for the rebrand. And then I guess, hey, while we're here, let's do a bookshelf tour. Okay, so this top shelf here is just all of the Wheel of Time. Then there's a little bit more stuff, but that's all 15 books, starting with New Spring, the novella, and going all the way to the books that Brandon Sanderson wrote, A Memory of Light. Wheel of Time is excellent. I read the whole thing in 12 months, and I loved it. The second shelf here is my Sander shelf for the most part. So some of my Sanderson is still on audiobook only, but you can see here, that's Mistborn, and then this is Tress, Sunlit Man, Yumi, and then I've got Stormlight Archive. After that on here, finishing off the second shelf, I've got some Will White. This is I've always just called it Unsold, but I think it's Cradle. I think that's the official name of it. Kind of like progression fantasy. And then down here we kind of get into I don't know what this is, just random stuff. Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings. Got some, right here, the blue books. Those are the First Law trilogy. I haven't read anything by, what's his name? Except for the First Law trilogy. Hold on, I have to figure out his name now. This is killing me. I'm putting my phone down. Joe Abercrombie. People have told me that the First Law trilogy is the worst Abercrombie stuff, and that Best Served Cold is the best book ever written by anybody ever, not just Joe Abercrombie. So that's on my to-read list. I will get to it. Legends and Lattes, that was just an absolute treasure. I love that book. The Poppy War trilogy, that was so disturbing. I've got my Lovecraft. I've got some Glenn Cook. That's Black Company. Then like random collections of horror and stuff. Aragon down on the bottom, and then just mostly like a whole lot of random stuff on the bottom. So everybody does a bookshelf tour, and it's always like academic books. And here's my bookshelf tour. Literally not a single academic book, because all my academic books are on ebook. So this is just the fun books that I honestly think are kind of more important to read than the academic books, if I'm being honest. I think that it's important for everybody to have a little bit of storytelling and fiction in their lives. But that's it. Short video today. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to post it. And thanks for hanging out.